just place the burden of war on men. There's statistics that show that 99.8% of women with that are in the military have a high school diploma, compared to 98% of men, which really isn't that big of a difference. But college-wise, 27% of women in the military have attended college, so they have that extra experience that men who only 20% of men do. Also, I believe that it's not a question of gender; it's a question of military effectiveness. If a woman is more like physically fit, suited for the job, then they should be picked. A lot of people use the argument that the age 18, 26 is like prime years for women childbearing, but the fact is that not all women are going to have children at those ages, and they should be joining into the military because it's not, they fight for decades for equal rights as men, and it's not fair to just place the burden of war on men. There are currently 229,000 women in the military. In the Army, there are 76,000. In the Marine Corps, there's 15,000. In the Navy, there's 50,000. In the Air Force, there's 65,000. In total, they make up around 14.5% of all military personnel. So they've had decades of experience. In 1973, when the male draft ended and the all-volunteer force began, there was only 1.6% women in the making up the entire U.S. military. 7 years later, in 1980, that rose to 8.5%, and then 9 years later, it rose to 10%. So in less than 20 years, it's the amount of women in the military went up since they were allowed to. So this shows that women are willing to fight, and it's not just because they're women and they're biologically weaker doesn't mean that they could perform as well on the battlefield. And they don't even have to be in like combat situations. There's other jobs for women that are less demanding on the body. Bravery, courage, and patriotism are not values unique to only men. These are values shared by women, and especially in times of war, they should be demonstrated by all citizens. Women also participate in everything that men do in everyday life. They have the same jobs, participate in athletics. So I don't believe that it's fair to just discriminate because they're women. Yeah, and also just drafts pretty much put the failures and successes of war on young men who are just graduating from high school. So I believe that women should also be fighting with them.